to just use it for VBS. You can use it on other Sundays or fun events that you have as well. It is one of those line dance type songs, so you do X amount of moves and they repeat. It's called Chainsaw. It's by Family Force 5. If you've ever been to Pine Cove or know someone who's been to Pine Cove, you or that person have probably seen this dance before, or may have, because it is a Pine Cove dance. That's where I'm getting the moves from. So you probably will recognize it if you've seen it before. If not, get ready for a lot of fun. But I highly suggest hydrating before doing this song if it's ever in a set of songs that you do, because by the end of it, you'll be breathing hard. At least I was. But it's super, super fun for these kids. And I've seen, at least like in videos and stuff, I've seen kids do this before and they get so into it and it's so much fun. For our VBS, we're going to use it as a warm-up song as the kids kind of come in just to get them up and active. And again, the older boys love this type of stuff, which is, you really want to get them active because everyone sees the older boys, it's like, oh, they're doing it, so we'll do it. Alright, so when the song starts, it goes through like two verse kind of things. Like it starts out, they like the way I do this, crank it like a chainsaw. And this song, real quick, it's by Family Force 5, and there's not quote a mention of God in the song. But what this song is supposed to mean is that you don't have to do weird stuff to have fun. You can just pure dance and have a lot of fun doing it. And that's what this song is kind of getting at. Anyway, so it goes through like this two verses, but when you start to hear the bass kind of da 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 da, you'll know when it is because it'll hit a verse and then our moves start. So there's a verse and there's a chorus. The verse you do once at the very beginning. So when you crank a chainsaw, you kind of crank it like that. You're going to start by cranking a chainsaw each way twice. So it's a total of 4 times. So you'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it's almost like you're cranking a wheel. They'll go one way twice. 1, 2. The other way. 1, 2. Then you're going to run backwards 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And act like you have an axe. 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to come down one way and come down the other way. So that's the verse. I'll do that one more time. Slow. So you'll do the chainsaw. 1, 2, 3, 4. Crank the wheel. 1, 2, 1, 2. Run. 1, 2, 3. Axe. 1, 2, 3. Go down. And then go down the other way. So at the beginning it just does that once. Then the chorus comes. This is where a lot of jumping happens. So it says, bow to the knees. So you're just going to jump up with your hands. You'll go bow, and then split your legs to the knees. So actually point to your knees. So bow to the knees. And it says crank it like a chainsaw. So you'll crank it like a chainsaw. If it helps, you can kind of grab it. Then do that again. Bow to the knees. Crank it like a chainsaw. And then it says crank it back. So whatever hand you have back, you're going to throw that knee up. So you have crank it, then jump sideways, back, do it again. Then you crank it, that time twice, and then it's going to say back twice. So you'll jump that way. 1, 2, back. So now I'm facing backwards. Then it does that thing again. So you're going to see my back sometimes. You go bow to the knees, crank it like a chainsaw. Bow to the knees, crank it like a chainsaw. And then you do the crank it 3 times and the back twice as you turn. So crank it, back. Then do that again. Crank it, back. If you notice, each time I say back, I'm turning a quarter. So that's how you turn around. And then, bow to the knees, yeah, crank it like a chain. Okay, then the verse comes again. So after that first verse and chorus, it's the verse 3 times, chorus, verse 3 times, chorus, and then you end with the verse twice, I think, if I remember right. So I'm going to show you each one in like actual speed. So the verse goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, down, down. Now the chorus, bow to the knees, crank it like a chainsaw, bow to the knees, crank it like a chainsaw, crank it, back, crank it, back, bow to the knees, crank it like a chainsaw, bow to the knees, crank it like a chainsaw, crank it, back, crank it, back. Whew. And once you start going, your adrenaline picks up. So it's kind of like running. So the more you go, the easier it gets, and obviously the more you practice, the easier it gets. But if you can't tell, once you stop, that's when your breath is like. So really make sure you drink some water or Gatorade or whatever you have. Alright, so this is the song that, in my opinion, this is just me, the best way to learn it is to watch it and practice it over and over, mostly because most worship songs you do a motion that fits the word. This one, it's easy in the sense that it repeats, so the more you practice, the better it gets. So I hope that makes sense. Anyway, I'm going to go play the song, drink some water, and let's do it.
Yeah, they like the way I do this. When I crank it like a chainsaw. Yeah, they like the way I do this. When I crank it like a chainsaw. Full throttle, heavy metal, set the bar. Next level, wasteland, getting all janky, so low. Let's go with them elbows back. Get smoking just like it's trash. Shut up around my head, catch my breath. Chainsaw. Now hear me roar, I'm an egg, that's predator. From sycamore, let's get Skeletor. Watch it learn. You get that thing, crank it, yeah, slash, burn. Blow to the knees, yeah, crank it like a chainsaw. Blow to the knees, yeah, crank it like a chainsaw. Crank it, back, crank it, back. Blow to the knees, yeah, crank it like a chainsaw. Blow to the knees, yeah, crank it like a chainsaw. Crank it, back, crank it, back.
Like a chainsaw.
Fresh flannel shirt, country bumpkin, lumberjack your moves, aka pop body and run. Yeah. I make it right. Chainsaw.
Chop it down low.
Chop. Here we go. Beat so sharp that they call me jaws. I'm your boss, baby, crack it like a chainsaw.
And you put it inside whatever you buy. Turn it all the way up to heat. Break it, top the block, no whistle. Wilderness, but I'm simple. From Texas, but no massacre. Unless it's a beach, we killing it. Dropping time trees, hate to see, watch some things fall. Balls in my teeth, that mean I crank it like a chainsaw. Do it, tear these trees off, see these flames out. Burn all up the burden, now let me see you.
Chainsaw. Blow to the knees, yeah, crank it like a chainsaw. Blow to the knees, yeah, crank it like a chainsaw. Crank it, back, crank it, back. Blow to the knees, yeah, crank it like a chainsaw. Blow to the knees, yeah, crank it like a chainsaw. Crank it, back, crank it, back.
Chainsaw. Like a chainsaw.
a chainsaw.
Woo! That song is so much fun, and I really can't wait to do it with the kids. So, like I said, just practice that over and over again. Take breaks as you're practicing it, because that is a lot. But I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did, because just kind of like the song means, you can have so much fun just pure dancing. And I had a lot of fun, so I hope you guys had fun too. Anyway, I can't wait to see you do it, and I'll see you later.